Yo, what's up, family? It's your boy Jet Lee. It's Low Living Out a Dream. You are now tuned in to another episode of the Load Up Podcast. And I'm so excited, man. Listen, this person I got today with me, we've been on the journey. Yeah, we've been on the journey, man. Like I said, you're going to get a lot of good stuff with this podcast, right? You're going to get people that can really tell you, how to get to the next level, right? You got people that can share their story and share their struggle, and you'll be able to relate to it, right? And you'll be able to use those principles and use those things that they learned along the way and apply it to your life, right? And start living your dreams. So welcome again to the Load Up Podcast. Make sure you subscribe and like to this channel, man. Man, we are here. We are in a legendary place. We are in a place that's the hub, right? We are where black entrepreneurs can come and be themselves and be creative, right? We are here. This is a long time coming. I know this is a long time coming for my boy, man, and for the whole organization. Right. This is a place that probably been thought of and dreamed about and envisioned for a while, and to see it come to a reality, it's just mind-blowing. It just shows you when you trust the process, then you can live your dreams, man. So today we are here with my guy, Justin Evans, J.E. What's going on,
What's good, brother? What's good?
Man.
Thank you so much for having me, man. It's a blessing to be on the Load Podcast, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Most
man,
definitely.
We go back, Smash Bros Radio?
Yes,
we go
definitely.
back, even before then when we was at your house going Facebook Live.
Hey, at the house, you know?
So we go back, man. We definitely got a lot of history, man. Just seeing you in this space, man, and how it looks and everything, and all of the events and everything that you've been having here, man, since you've been open. Let's just kind of first just introduce where we are right now, and then we're gonna go back and get that backstory, man. So
Cool. Well, hey, we are in the hub, as they call it. We have a storefront in the front, and it's a studio in the back.
Okay.
And so here in our storefront, in the hub area, we have different products by small business owners, some in-state, some out-of-state. We allow them to sell their products and receive 100% profit, from their sales directly to them.
So you said 100%.
100%.
No commission.
No
you don't
commission.
want anything.
Every time that you buy a product directly from them, it's Cash App or Venmo or PayPal directly to them.
Okay.
That way we keep down any confusion, or we really trying to make sure that we assist our small business owners.
Okay.
And understanding that we are really assisting them on this journey. And so, as we're all on the up and come, you don't really want to chop everybody down before we build up. We're all building together.
Okay.
And so they trust us, with this being their first storefront, our first storefront, and we're building this thing together.
I got you. Okay. Man, so where are you located?
Located in the Heritage area in Birmingham, right off of Green Springs.
Okay.
873 Denison Avenue Southwest, Suite 106. You can come down here. A lot of people, they recognize that a big grocery store is right next to us. But we're in a very, I don't know the word to use. I need to pull out my dictionary. It's a very active area.
Okay.
Let me just put it like that. It's a very active area. There are a lot of different businesses over here that keep customers and shoppers actively coming over here.
Okay.
And so for us to have black-owned products here, in comparison to the beauty supply store and the Vietnamese or the Chinese that may be doing nails right down the way, we have something right here that is relatable to us in our corner, where these shoppers can now come and interact with us.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. So how long have you been in this spot?
Good question. It's been about 4 months, by the grace of God. Or would it be 5? Yeah, we opened June 12th. And so
Okay.
This is, look.
June? Okay.
As long as I can pay the rent, bro, I haven't even been counting. I'm just thankful that we still, here. Just honestly, man, just thankful.
Okay, so, man, like, YE, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's been around for how long?
So Young Entrepreneurs, we started 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
that process of where did that come from? Where did that vision come from to start something like young pioneers?
So with Young Entrepreneurs, brother, we took a journey from doing club promotion.
Okay.
I ran a club, promotion business where, we threw parties and events under, under a club promotion name. We were labeled as club promoters.
Right.
And one of the main things that we were doing is we were throwing these events at establishments that were owned by people that looked like us.
Right.
And one guy I'll never forget, rest his soul, he told me this one day. He said, Justin, you can always go and do business with, with the other races, and they may have more opportunity and it may seem like more money for right now. He said, but always do business with your people. Never feel like you can't win with your people, or you because it's dealing with your people that you won't be able to succeed or have success. And this was a guy who, like I said, he owned his own building. It's still here to this day, but he's not here. But just to see his vision is still going forth. Right. Just by mingling with his people. And so we see a lot of people who run away from the city. They run away from Birmingham. They run away from Alabama. They run away from the hood because they don't feel like there's opportunity there. And, our storefront is right here, in the middle of the hood. Yeah. And there's plenty of opportunity here. And if you don't think it is, then we'll show you.
So I know, trusting the process. Mm-hmm. This was a process that you had to really trust to get here. You know what I mean? So what were some things that you really had to overcome to get to this spot right now?
That's a good question. I had to overcome, people not valuing what I do.
Okay.
It was crazy that people would accept what I would do for free. If I would, provide them a service. But then when it would become time to pay for it, then it became a problem. And so one of the main, problems that I had to, get over was making sure that people understood that my price, meets my value. And year after year, you just put in the work, Right. First year, you can't be charging 5-year prices. Right. So you put in the work and the research and the time and the sacrifice so that, when you say what your price is, it matches the value because the results and the work has been shown. Right. And that's one of the toughest things I can tell you, over these 5 years is that now, people look at our brand as a resource to where in the beginning they questioned it. Right. I heard rumors about it, and, people was, they were speaking negatively about it. But if you just trust the process, man, right. and lock in and right. stay focused and just have faith, that's really where it comes from, just having faith. Right. And we had faith that no matter, what was going on, if we didn't make enough money this year, or if we didn't get recognized, or if nobody interviewed us, our work still has to be done. Right. And so that was probably one of the problems, but one of the best things to ever happen was not being recognized, not being taken serious. Like, hey, you'll see this vision that, God has for me. Right. So that's a good point. Like, somebody that's watching may feel the same way. Like, they're not recognizing me. Like, they don't see all this work and all this content and all this product, that I'm putting out, and I feel undervalued. Like, I don't feel like people are recognizing me. Listen, just trust the process. Just stay with it, and in due time, it will be your time. It may not be your time right now, and you may say, man, I'm putting in all these hours, all this work, and I'm putting out all this product. I'm meeting all the right people. I'm doing everything that they said I'm supposed to do, and it's still not clicking. Listen, just trust the process, because I can remember times when I felt undervalued. Like, I felt like I wasn't being recognized. Like, I'm putting out all this motivation, and I'm putting out all this good content, and nobody is coming, nobody is liking, nobody's saying anything. But when you find out that you're doing this thing for you, like you living your dream for yourself, right, and for the people that do recognize you, and for the people that do give you a round of applause, do it for those people. Right, like, for those people. Yeah, like even if it's 10 people
that constantly come to your events or watch your videos
Do
or
it for
whatever.
them.
Do it for those people. Trust the process.
Right.
So you had to overcome those things, right?
Right.
Now you are in the hub, right?
Right.
You in the storefront.
Right.
You did everything that you said that you were gonna do, right?
Right.
So
Almost.
you made a decision to quit your job, right?
I had to quit my job.
You had to quit your job.
Yeah. I got to keep it all the way 100. I had to quit my
So
job.
let's walk through that as far as how did you feel when you were working your job as a dreamer,
Okay.
and then trusting that process, and then just saying, you know what, I'm gonna quit.
Good question. So I remember working, just all of my jobs, bro. And I was telling somebody this the other day. The mindset that you go in with kind of dictates what happens for you. So whenever I would walk into anybody's place of establishment, I knew I was walking in to receive a check from them, to be able to use their check to do what I need to do with it.
Right.
And that wasn't to go shop and to go splurge and to, go in the club and, pop bottles. I'm gonna take their money and I'm gonna invest it in some T-shirts. I'm gonna take their money, I'm gonna invest it into some real estate.
Right.
Take their money and I'm gonna invest it into some stocks. And then, I'm gonna take their money and invest it into network marketing.
Right.
And then, I'm gonna live this regular lifestyle for a while until it's time for me to break off.
Right.
Just using their money.
Right.
and that's the type of mindset I had. When I had to quit my job, I would have never quit my job if I could continue taking their money and using it to fund my business, just being honest.
Right.
Because, most of my work is done, based off, off of the phone or off of a computer.
Right.
And if we're working from home in the pandemic, I can turn to my laptop and do work for my clients and do their work and take their money at the same time. And that's just the mindset that I have. I was literally robbing them to do what I needed to do.
Right.
Because on the flip side, they will let you go at any moment.
Any moment.
At any moment. So, here you coming in with the mindset of being a slave to 40 years for them when they will cut you off at any moment.
Right.
I was coming in with the mindset of one day I'm gonna be free. I don't know when. I don't have to say in 6 months I'm gonna quit my job. By the age of 30, I'm gonna quit my job. No, we just gonna trust the process and keep, building brick by brick.
Right.
Check by check.
Right.
Till it's time,
Right.
And to answer your question, brother, I used to look outside of the window in my cubicle and I could see myself just like free. I used to watch the birds fly across the...
Yeah.
Like, man, I really want to be, free out of this glass one day, out of this cubicle. It felt like a leash to me.
Right.
And I wanted to be free. And so that's all it was, brother. I literally visioned myself every day walking past the glass mirrors, like one day I'm gonna be free to roam this city and do what I wanna do instead of just being tied down to a cubicle. And that's what it was, brother.
Right. So for somebody that's watching right now, trust the process. Like your time, I know you want to quit your job right now, right?
And let me say this, bro.
But you still gotta trust the process and have a plan. Sometimes you don't have a plan because my wife, she quit her job.
Blessings.
And it was a process of her doing that, but it was like she had to do it for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So you may not have a plan.
Yeah.
But if you quit, just get ready to really use your faith and really, trust the process, because it puts you in a different mindset when you know that check not coming.
Definitely, definitely. And I wanted to state that, during these 5 years, brother, I've dibbed and dabbed, into a few things. Like I've already stated real estate,
Right.
Stocks as well. And, just outside of doing, young entrepreneur work, for my clients, it got to a point where, the phone is ringing for houses.
Right.
The phone is ringing for different clients. Year 5, clients are wanting me to be places at noon, 9 a.m. during the week, 1 p.m. during the week.
And
this is multiple times,
Yeah.
Like, hey, we need you to be here Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 12 p.m., but I gotta work.
Right.
And so all of the sacrifice that you put in at night, starts to come out during the day. You know, your phone gets to ringing and,
Right.
and people want you. And so now you have to make a decision where do I go and really step out on faith and live my dream, because it's gotten to this point, you know, where we mean it, you know,
Right.
or do I still stay stuck here because I'm scared, because I don't know what will really happen.
Right.
And because I had that check coming in every 2 weeks.
Right.
And so, man, booking after booking, just by the grace of God, bro. I have a plan. I do have a plan. I have a marketing plan. We market and we advertise, but still word of mouth and referrals.
Yeah.
And I call it blessings, bro. Blessings just come out of nowhere.
Right.
You know, where you just meet people and new opportunities come that lead to more opportunities that you didn't think that you had before you quit the job.
Right.
But if you never try or if you never attempt, you know, you'll never be able
You'll never know.
to kind of see
Yeah.
some of the things that are on that other side where,
Right.
you know, $1,000 in a day, and then you go 1 week without making any money.
Right.
But then $2,000 in a day, you know, but it's like that, you know,
It's the process.
it's the
man.
process. It's the
Yeah.
process.
It's the grind. Yeah.
It's the grind.
Man, that's.
I had to say that. I had to let them know you gotta put in some work. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
gonna come a time where it's gonna meet. Like,
You have to, man. I think a lot of people are on the job right now. And when you think about it, in August, and they say it was the most people that ever quit their job. Like, I read an article that it was in the world, like, that was the, you know, like, everybody was like, I'm done with working. Like, and it's crazy because people know, like, they don't want to work for somebody else, but it's like, you know, you need the money.
Yeah.
You know, and then, but now the world that we live in, you have so many ways to make money. Like, you have so many ways. You got, you know, you got social media, you got stock market, you got real estate, you got crypto, you got all these different avenues
Right.
that people like, man,
people at home
forget a
selling
job.
food,
Yeah.
baking treats.
You got Instacart, you got DoorDash,
Oh,
you got
I didn't
all
even
type
think-
of stuff.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And it's like, people like, man, forget a job. Like, I'm just going to get out here and get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but some people are still like, I need that security, you know, and the job brings you that security, man. But your dreams will bring you, like, living your dreams and walking in purpose will bring you so much more than a job can ever bring you.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I've been in that space too, where I was in the cubicle and I'm looking out the window and I'm like, hey, this is not it. Like, this can't be life. You know, and I thank God that I was able to find a career in something that I actually like to do and don't mind, you know, actually doing for the next 20 years. But I know that's not it. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's more to life. Like, I know that God has so much more planned, but this is just a stepping stone. You know what I mean? So for somebody that's watching, know what a stepping stone is. Like, you may be in the area right now that
Right.
this is your stepping stone to get to entrepreneurship. This is your stepping stone to be able to invest in different
Right.
opportunities and different things that you want to do. You know, this may be your job that you made your most money at. So be a good steward over that. Like, if you're getting good checks, make sure that you know, tithe, and make sure that you save, and make sure that you invest in before you just blow your check.
Right.
You know what I mean? So what you have to, and a lot of times I think we have to be grateful too for where we are right now in our life.
I hope.
You know what I mean? Like, yes, we in between where we want to be, you know, and we trust in that process. And so many times we're not grateful for where we are right now.
Right.
That because we're so focused on getting to the meal, getting to the bag, right? So
Right.
it's like we're not focused on, and we're not grateful and focusing on the present. So, in your words, the definition of trusting the process. What's your definition of that?
For one, I got to start off by just saying having faith. I think my pastor, he says that this slogan comes from him. He likes to take claim for it. But literally, you know, you have to have faith in what it is that you believe in.
Right.
I believe that, you know, God blessed each and every one of us with a gift, you know, some type of talent.
Right.
Or the ability to be able to, you know, to learn from
Right.
someone else. But whatever decision you make, if you don't really believe
Right.
in it, then is not, I don't want to say it's not gonna work, because sometimes, the Most High, he'll still try to align things for you, but you gotta really believe. Sometimes we don't really believe, and that's what stops us from getting out of the in-between. And so, like you said about, just stepping stones, you have to really look at each day like this is a day that's gonna be able to benefit and help where I'm going, because I'm on a mission, I'm on a journey. Almost like playing Grand Theft Auto. Like, you gotta complete this mission, complete this mission, go to the gym so you can get stronger, go to the library so that you can research and read, go to YouTube University. Then the next day you put in some more work. And the next day you do the same thing. And you trust that process because you've seen what success looks like off of YouTube and television and social media, and you understand that there are certain steps that I gotta take to get here. It's not gonna come from
overnight.
It's not gonna come from me just praying. And it's not gonna come from me just, winging it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
that go into it.
Like right now, bro, I'm looking at, they wanted to take this cashier desk out of my, out of the hub, and I was like, no, I like that. But I remember being a cashier at Belt, in the women's department. And I wasn't the manager, but the way that I ran it and I, used my customer service skills, $8 an hour, but I remember taking pride in that to where it lead me to where I am today, where, now I'm, representing for my own company, using those same skills that I had at Wells Fargo, good customer service. Appreciating day by day that I was there, meeting all the good people that I met, because they helped me to get to where I am now. And so when you on that journey, whether it's, I don't want to sit here and name all my jobs, but I can literally, take you through them and just remember the people I met. From each one, bro. From each one.
When you think about it, when you in the middle of the process, each thing that you go through and that's in like a season in your life, it all helped you get to the destination. You know what I mean? Because like you said, I can think back and like, dang, at this job, I learned XYZ, I met XYZ, and it helped me get to the next season. Then I met this person at this job, XYZ, because man, be honest, I didn't have so many jobs I can't even probably count them.
I give you a crazy example, bro. This happened to me recently. This is what I mean just about, stepping out on faith. And we not encouraging anybody to quit their job, because I don't know what everyone's dream is, but what I had going on was to one day be free to be able to do what I wanted to do. So I remember this one job I was working there as a quality supervisor for this big print company. And I used to have to go around and check all of the, employees' work. These folks were grown adults with children my age, but
like your mama,
I had to go around and check their work. So literally the entire building, it was a reason God had me going around that entire building, literally speaking to people, pouring into them, leading them, because the mindset that I have is I'm gonna be free one day. Their mindset was I'm stuck here for 20 and 25 more years, I can't leave. So they got me walking around bringing them joy and bringing them a smile every day, because you're not gonna be depressed around me. Like, I'm coming around, with the smile. Crazy thing is, bro, a supervisor, that was working with me, total opposite of me, negative attitude. When you walk around, people put their head down, they depressed, they don't want you to come check their work. She, got me fired. All of them were upset. Recently, I just got booked by somebody that works in the line, that works still at that print shop. All of them came there. They didn't even know they had booked me. It was me. So I'm walking in, and they I'm like, y'all don't recognize me? I used to check all your work, and so it was just like a big reunion. But that's what I mean by God, bro. You would never know about the opportunities and the connections, because now they may all book me for for an event or something, and so and then I was a good guy to them, there. So when they saw me, it was still good vibes, just from being appreciative of my job or where I was at, and not treating it like it was hurting me or being depressed while I was there.
Right.
You know, I
And
knew
being
why-
mad.
Being
Yeah.
mad. Like I knew where
used
I
to
was
come into
going, so
jobs
I
like
walked
that.
differently.
I used to come in there more mad. I'm mad. Why you so mad? We paying you here. I'm like, man, I don't want to be here, man. Like I'm just sour attitude.
Hey,
like
sour attitude.
I was that one that you can't. I come around. I messed up the whole vibe because I ain't want to be there.
I'm gonna pick
but I
you
had
up.
to shift. I had to shift my mindset.
I'm gonna pick you up, bro.
Because I had to be grateful for the job.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I really had to shift my mindset of the whole.
What did you say earlier? Being, you know, God does want us to be content. You know, we're not trying to preach, but this is just, you know, where our foundation is. We're supposed to be content about where we are. And then he asks you to seek, knock hard.
Right, keep knocking.
Be thankful for where you at. Acknowledge, like, hey, I'm appreciative for where I am, but always continue to seek and trust me and try me.
Right.
And I was just at a point where I told my mama this the other day. She was just like, I feel like, she was just saying that you don't have no fear. You know, you're not scared. You go out here and you try more than I do. And I told her, I said, Mama, I get to a point where I get to talking to the Most High, and I'm like, if you really believed and had faith like you say that you do, then you would try this scary thing right here that you really scared to do. Mm-hmm. If you really, really, really trust me, like, try it. And I'm not saying quit your job, but I'm saying invest into a new business. Invest into somebody.
Take a risk.
Apply for a job out of state. Just apply for that supervisor job that you don't think that you qualify for. You gotta do something scary.
Right.
If not, then we'll be living in fear, day to day.
So you're free now. You're an
whatever.
entrepreneur.
Whatever.
You got your wings now, so you're free. You get to go where you want to go and do what you want to do and move how you want to move.
I'm a slave to my clients, bro. And
okay. Walk us through a day in the life of J.E.
Man, the first thing I do is literally I had to wake up and my phone is already lit up with notifications.
Okay.
So, it's literally just, clearing my mind in the morning first, before I get into any of that, just clear my mind, and appreciating the new day. So I always like to go outside and kind of like bask in nature for a brief second, just to take in nature, take in a new day. Walk back into the house, got to check my phone, check my emails, any type of work that I didn't finish last night, I like to try to go ahead and get that done before 10 o'clock. By 10 o'clock, gym, 12 o'clock, back in here in the hub. And hopefully after that, doing whatever work that we have done for the day. Working in PR, like last night, I was at the vault, recording for, for a rap artist.
Okay.
And then I just had a meeting this morning, with Cajun Bistro Express downtown, and then, go meet with a pastor or something. But our clients are based off of, what they need. Whatever they need, then, hey, we can provide it, whether that be marketing, media, and consulting. If it's outside of that, then we can't provide it. But consulting, marketing, media, everyone needs that.
Right.
Right. Everyone needs that.
All right, so since you've been free, is it harder, being on your own time, or is it harder being at that cubicle or at someone else's job?
Honestly, it was harder for me to get back on time and to make it on time to work, because I didn't, it's not mine.
Yeah.
But, now that I'm representing, my company and I'm representing myself, your name is on the line. So,
right.
Somebody can call me and cuss me out about Wells Fargo, but
it don't mean nothing.
It don't mean nothing to me.
Right.
I'll still get my check at the end of the week. And if Wells Fargo stock go down, that's on Wells Fargo.
Right.
But if I don't show up on time, or if I don't, have a heart and a desire to treat my customers right, and to put them first, then, then I get no referrals. Then they speak negatively about you.
Right.
They don't send people to your place of establishment. And so I think it was harder for me to make it on time to, Regions in Wells Fargo compared to here, We have a cafe day where I may have to be here at 7:30. I'm here.
Right.
You know, I look forward to it.
Right.
You know, it's a blessing to be able to have something on your schedule to go at 7:30. And so you realize that your name is on the line. You know, who are you representing?
Right.
You know?
Right. Yourself.
Who are you representing?
I remember, man, like just getting started. Like even with this podcast, like, you know, I was doing something before this, right? Mm-hmm. So it was saying like I was doing the same thing. I was interviewing people or whatnot, and then I went through recruit school, and then I had to start back. So I'm like, man, I got to start back, trusting the process. So I had to get everything back, back together, boy, as far as like I had to, get people to interview. I had to find a place. I had to get someone to record it. And when I put this out, even if it gets 100 views or 1,000 views, I'm putting it out.
Right.
Like I feel fulfilled because I'm putting something out. Like I'm doing something. You know what I mean? I think so many times we get caught up in the numbers that we don't even walk in our purpose because we feel like nobody's gonna watch it or nobody's gonna support it or whatnot. So I'm just saying that to just say you have to trust your process even when don't nobody else trust it. Like you gotta trust your process even when don't nobody else support the vision. Like you have to trust your process even when there's nobody there, when you're lonely, when it's dark outside, like when you all alone and you the only one that's working on it, you the only one putting your money into it, you the only one pushing it, you have to still trust your process. So don't get caught up because you don't have a team. Like don't get caught up in it because you don't have all the money that you need, all the resources that you need. Just get started and start the process. And during starting the process, you will find your way. And I always tell everybody that, like, just get started because so many times people want everything to be perfect. And this, where we are right now, I'm pretty sure it's not to your standards that how you would like it, but you're in here. Yeah. You got started. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure when you got in and you got started, things started to fall into place for you. So how important is it to just start the process?
Man, that's a good question. I was talking to somebody yesterday, just letting them know, like when we first got started with the brand name, we didn't wait until we got our LLC to start promoting it.
Right.
We didn't wait until our domain name was bought. Right. We had a brand and we had a mission, and we started, running with that, which was to interact with the businesses and provide them a service.
Right.
And that didn't take having to have a storefront or a website to do. We had social media, Instagram, Facebook. We could still show up and take pictures for them or provide them, highlight recap videos from their events. And we also, through events, we started off throwing vendor events 5 years ago. Vendor events, pop-up shops, mini marketplaces, and if you're in the city of Birmingham, man, it's all over the United States. You can't go nowhere without a pop-up shop. It just seems like everywhere I go, each weekend a grandma's birthday party and they got vendors there. And so when you look at, and I meant to tell you this when you were, speaking about if this gets 100 views or 1,000, think about how many people that we have inspired, and that's what I take pride in. I may not get recognized, as the person who is really behind the scenes, behind some of these businesses operating, what they have going on while they're flourishing. But
Yeah.
And you know what you do. At the end of the day, so a man thinketh, so is he. If you went home and know that you didn't put in no work, you didn't put in no work.
Right.
But, just to let you know, Jet, I want to say about a couple days ago, I could hear your YouTube song like screaming in my ear, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta live out your dream. Yeah, the mixtape, I could hear you. And I'm like, dang, man, we need that from Jet. Like, I gotta continue like feeding that in my spirit, like, come on, man, you gotta live out your dream. Like, you can do it. I'm like, dang, bro, like, you never know how many people you inspire, bro.
Right.
The 10 people that, may watch this, or the 100 people that may watch this may go out and inspire 10,000 because you touched the right person.
Right.
And trust me, bro, you definitely inspired me. You've inspired a lot of others as well, where they've gone out and, you know what I'm saying, and you know that.
Yeah.
It feels good. You can go home and you can pat your chest. You know it's all heart. You know what I'm saying? No handout. Like
handout.
you know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You know that. You know that. You know you done inspired a lot of people, bro. And I know that too, and it makes me easier to rest at night. You know, like, hey, you know the work you put in.
Right. Even though you may not be getting on social media, the recognition and the numbers.
What do you desire? Do you desire
Yeah.
attention, or do you desire to complete the mission? You know what? Some people they want attention.
Right.
We
More
focus on
than
the mission.
Actually helping people.
Yeah, I can't get distracted by exposure, you know, when you're supposed to be completing the mission, which is helping people, you know. God gonna expose you.
Right.
Like, I'm really not trying to preach to y'all, but that's just how, you know, I really feel like the Most High will expose you if you really focused on doing good, you know?
Man,
really
I
focus on
received
doing
that.
good.
I appreciate that.
No,
man.
for real.
I appreciate
If you
that.
really
'Cause
focus on doing good, something is gonna happen.
Yeah. And I believe that because
It's gotta happen.
it's like with me with like investing into the stocks, right, into the crypto, right? Like when I first got started, I didn't know what I was doing, but I got in a group that was teaching me and helping me build this mindset of how to invest and when to invest. And so now I can see me I'm making the right move, so now I'm making money in the stock market. Not a lot of money, but it's some, you know what I'm saying? So trusting the process into the stocks and crypto, because that's a lot, and that's another way of making money, man. So anybody that's watching, listen, man, get into stocks and crypto. I drop a gem right now, buyintocrypto.com. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Crypto.com. They just bought the Staples Center, that was formerly known as the Staples Center, and where the Lakers play. They bought that and they put their name on there, Crypto.com, so you can go to Coinbase. I think that's where I got mine from. You can go to Coinbase and you can go buy some crypto right now. It's important. It's important to make sure that your money is working for you. Like, your money need to be making more money. Like,
portfolio
so we
income.
gotta stop. I want to get to that point where we don't trade hours for money. You know what I mean? But we make our money work for us.
And it steps to that.
So let's trust in the process.
It's definitely a process, for real. And the thing is, you know, not to speak on it for a long time, but just to keep it simple, there is a few steps that it's gonna take for us to get where we need to be. But if we get distracted by the day in, day out, you know, of social media distractions and distractions from your family, you know, distractions in relationships, distractions in your bad habits, you know, problems that you have within yourself, things that you can't get over. If you get distracted by what I call life, you won't be able to focus on the mission, you know, on completing those steps. Those steps gonna always be there. Life gonna always be there, but you gotta complete them steps still. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Some people use life as an excuse to never never mark off the things that's on their list. And it's like, hey, you know what you gotta do. We never said it was gonna be easy.
Never said it.
And get some rest, cause it ain't gonna happen overnight.
Right.
One brick at a time.
One brick at a time.
Bro, I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning, just walking around like not feeling comfortable because I'm not working. Like, if I'm up, I feel like I should be on my computer working.
Doing something.
Man, open my Bible, bro. It told me to go to sleep.
Told you to get some rest.
Yes, bro. Go to sleep.
Yeah.
Get some rest.
Yeah.
You can't do it all in one day.
You can't do it all. Hey, Rome was not built in one day.
Man.
That's what they say. So we coming to an end, man. Give the people, man, something that they can take with them about trusting the process, about believing in themselves, whatever you feel. Lead them with something,
man. Like I said, everybody was born with some type of gift or a talent, or you've, you know, watched or followed someone else where you've been inspired. And you literally just have to step out there, you know, do some research, write your goals down, write a plan down, you know, write what it is that you really want to do, and then take steps to do it. Take a look at yourself and figure out what gift is it that I have. Me, I used to get in trouble for talking too much. And so I'm assuming that using also this same voice, you know, I used to judge people, and I was very opinionated and things like that. And so it's like, dang, but this is still my gift, talking. I can help people. use it to start helping people, you know, speaking life over people, referring their business, interviewing them, you know, and so sometimes you can even take what some people may think as a curse or, you know, something that was negative about you and turn it into a positive. Using my social media platform to promote people instead of talk about them. And that was my gift, you know. Entrepreneurship is what it is, but the JE show, you know, me interviewing other people, you know, kind of like what you're doing, speaking life into them, and, you know, following them on their journey, that's what I wanted to do. Getting the word out. Spreading the good news,
right.
You know, so I'm using my gift, you know, as long as I can breathe, I'm gonna share good news, I'm gonna share what's right, you know, I'm gonna stand up for my people, and to just have faith that you understand that the mission that you own that is meaningful, you know, that you are valuable, you don't have to be recognized by the world, but you know that each person, each day that you pour into, you know that it was worth it and that it was purposeful. Trust the process.
Trust the
Get
process.
the results that you're looking for.
Yeah. So, I mean, I thank you, brother, for sharing your story, sharing some time, man, sharing some gems as
Thank you,
well,
brother.
man. And I'm pretty sure we'll meet again on this road here. You trying to promote something?
Oh,
What's
look,
that?
no, I ain't I ain't gonna say what it is, I'm just gonna turn it around.
Okay.
You know, but.
Well, yeah, man. So, hey, to all my dreamers, this is a Load Up podcast, man. Make sure you're chasing your dreams, you're living your dreams, you're staying locked in, you're trusting the process, and you get into it, man. Lay brick by brick every single day. And then in due time, you will have your dream built and it will be a reality, man. I hope you got something from this interview. I hope you get something from this podcast. Like always, man, make sure you be great. Make sure you live your dreams. Until next time, we out.
Peace.